Hey, what's going on, guys? I know it's getting dark right now. It's actually almost 8:30 p.m. over here. I wanted to make this quick video. I've had a super busy long day, but that's no excuse. I promise you guys I will give you guys at least one video a day, and it's not even about that. It's just I love making content for you guys, and I love setting goals for myself. So I definitely want to make one video a day at least. But yeah, with that, today I wanted to talk to you guys about or briefly talk to you about if you entrepreneurs should sell your product in a physical brick and mortar store. And I'm going to tell you guys or speak to you guys from my experience with the way things are going right now. I don't think it's a good idea to sell in a store, in a brick and mortar store, unless you have a lot of marketing money. Especially if you're a startup. If you're a startup, definitely start online. The thing with selling in a brick and mortar store, I mean, I guess it all depends on what you're selling, but if you want to start off in a brick and mortar store, a lot of products aren't doing well because a lot of customers, they don't go to the store as much as they used to, because a lot of people shop online now. And I mean, okay, let's say that wasn't even a problem. Let's say let's think about the logistics of it. First, you have to, if you, like, let's say a physical product and you want to sell in a brick and mortar store, first you have to get in touch with the distributor of that retailer. Retailers, they don't really usually work with vendors directly. They'll work with a distributor. So if you can get in touch with their distributor, and then if the distributor is willing to sell your product to the retailer, then that's the first step. And then also, one of the toughest things is product placement. One of the things that I realized when I went into retail is that, like, for example, when I went into retail is with my first book, and I learned that a lot of products actually work this way. But anyways, I digress. So product placement is one of the toughest things, because the manager of who decides where the products go in the store, for example, let's say they put your product in front of the store because they're it's seasonal thing, or they want customers to see certain products when they walk in. If they put your product on an end cap, and if even if it sells well, they can put your product in the back. Well, not necessarily in the back, but somewhere else in the store where not a lot of customers, or there's not a lot of foot traffic, and your sales could drop significantly. That happened to me before. It's happened to other entrepreneurs, so I definitely want to tell you guys about that. Definitely something to keep in mind. It's something to worth consider. Also, retailers, they have certain goals that they want you to hit, either on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. And if you don't hit those goals, if you don't hit those quotas, they have the right to send your product back. So let's say you sold it to them. Let's say you sold 10. They're doing test order, and you sold them 10 copies or 10 quantities of your product. If you only sell 2 or 3 of them, for example, they have the right to send you 7 of them and ask for a refund. So yeah, it's definitely vicious. A lot of people think, it's once their product hits the retail stores, the big box retailers, all of a sudden they're gonna become successful and a millionaire. And I mean, I can't really blame you, because I didn't know any better. I thought it was the same thing. I don't have a mentor, or I don't have anyone telling me from what to do or from right from wrong. So I'm learning from my mistakes, and I definitely recommend that. I'd rather learn from my mistakes than having someone tell me what to do and then have a regret later for not following my gut instinct. Think about it before you go into a retail store. Definitely get in touch with the manager, or the person who's responsible for buying the products of that retailer, or the distributor, or whoever you can get a hold of, and talk to them. See where they place their products, what their goals are, before you actually go ahead and do it. And okay, let's say, one other thing, let's say you do really well. Let's say you sell, back to that earlier example, let's say you sell all 10 of those products, and now they want 50 of those, right? If you can only produce 35 of those of that product, then you're gonna run into problems, because you're gonna have to increase your production, increase your capacity. You're gonna have to make a huge investment, and you don't even know if that investment's gonna pay out, because you don't know if you're gonna sell that 50. You you can sell 10, but you don't know if you can sell 50, or even 35 or 40. I know I'm just throwing numbers out there, but it's just to make it easy for you guys. It's for the sake of giving an example. So yeah, to sum it up, if you're just starting up, if you're a startup, definitely put your product on your website, or you can even put it on Kickstarter. Not only are you going to be able to raise money for it, but you're also going to be able to get feedback, some validation, see if people are liking it, if they're willing to buy it, how much they're willing to pay for it. You know, that type of feedback, that's really good. I always recommend that. And you know, it is going to take a little while. Also, I mean, I recommend using social media to kind of build brand awareness, build product awareness, so that people know that you exist and what your product's all about. It does take time to kind of build that following, but it's definitely worth it in the long run, because it can definitely go a long way. Like, let's say if you have a successful product, and let's say your first product or your second product is really successful, when you come out with your third and your fourth product later down the road, or even a fifth product, they'll know you've already had that following established, so they'll know what to expect. You can kind of tell them about the new product almost overnight. Because you know, you can send a tweet, post about it, and then boom, all those people that you've been building up, like let's say 5,000 people, they'll know within overnight, or you know, 2 days or whatever. So yeah, definitely start, sell online, get feedback online, use social media to build product awareness, product equity, brand recognition, and you know, just see how it goes. But yeah, definitely don't rush into retailers. I would, if you really want to get into selling to big box retailers, you can see if your product does well in the beginning, and if there's demand for people to buy it, if people are asking you to, hey, you know, if you only had it in the big box retail, I'd go buy it. If there's type of demand, go for it. If not, then honestly, I would just stay online, because it's a lot more simple. You don't have to worry about retailers. With the thing with selling in a retailer is that you have less control of what happens to your product, where it gets placed, and how much you get sold for, or whatever. If you sell online, you have a lot more control. So that's why I always recommend selling online. All right, guys, if you enjoyed that video, definitely smash that subscribe button down there. Also, feel free to drop a comment. I post at least one video a day, so definitely you can expect one video a day from me if you subscribe to my channel. Also, if you hit that like button down there, that would really help me out. I greatly appreciate it. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.